Alright guys, the next part of quest mode is out. The free-to-play Super Saiyan Bardock has finally got his Dokkan awakening into an LR. World Tournament is on, and could we see DBS GOGETA maybe get a new unit this year? We'll get into that later on in the video, but let me know if you're going to be playing World Tournament down in the comments, how you are finding the new free-to-play LR Bardock. Why you down there as well. Show your boy some love, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. All the support is very much appreciated. So part 5 of the Dokkan Story Decisive Showdown campaign is on. As already mentioned, you can now Dokkan awaken that free-to-play Bardock into an LR. I've literally just finished doing mine right now. You're going to be receiving incredible gems upon login, which for those of you who have already hopped onto the game, you've already got both the 200 green incredible gems and the 100 blue incredible gems. Not only that, for those of you who haven't completed the missions from part 1, 2, 3 or 4, they are currently available again. So make sure if you haven't already, go grind that Bardock, go get him to SA10, go open up all his paths in the potential system and complete all those missions to get yourself some stones and incredible gems, some valuable resources. And of course as well, don't forget to complete the new stages in quest mode just to get some stones back into your stone bank account as well. But for those of you who are maybe debating on grinding Bardock, because of course he's a free-to-play unit, he's always going to be there, you might not get too much use out of him. You know, you maybe only be concerned with the premium units, but because he is free, you might as well, and you'll also get some stones back. Also, I've been hearing some pretty good things on the timeline. He is a stacker, so maybe we have a Festival of Battles unit contender in Bardock once you fully LR him. So, he does stack attack by 30% on 12 key. He will greatly raise defense by 50% on super attack as well. Cause cross damage to the enemy, greatly lowers attack. On 18 key will greatly raise defense by 50%. And instead this time greatly raise attack by 50% for 1 turn. When you activate the entrance animation, when there are another 3 or more superclass allies on the team upon his entry, which is very easy to do when you think about some of the superclass units in the game, he'll have a guaranteed additional and guard for 4 turns. Which I can't lie, for a unit that stacks, that guaranteed additional, big help. And guard isn't too shabby either. He is starting with key plus 5, attack and defense plus 150, does have a 50% chance to crit. Also support superclass allies with key plus 1, attack and defense plus 25%, which is actually pretty nice. Time travelers will also get key plus 1, attack and defense plus 25%. Combine that with the superclass support. If they are superclass time traveler category units, they will gain key plus 2, attack and defense plus 50%, which for a free-to-play unit, that's some pretty nice support. Then when there is a Wicked Bloodline or Transformation Boost category enemy, I'm glad they added this in just because Wicked Bloodline is very specific. And there aren't really any Wicked Bloodline enemies currently in the game that kind of mean anything outside of certain category missions, if you will. So if you are facing a Wicked Bloodline or Transformation Boost category enemy, Bardock will have 120% extra attack and 30% damage reduction, which coupled with the stacking and 4 turn of guard, it's going to beef him out quite a bit. When there is another superclass ally attacking in the same turn, he will have a super attack, which has a great chance to become an additional super attack, or shall I say an additional, which has a 70% chance to become a super attack, which is very nice. Then when attacking with 12 or more key, 100% attack and defense. Then when HP is 60% or less, attack plus 60%, guaranteed crit, and also in the scouter as well. So I can't lie, for a free-to-play unit, Bardock has a lot, and I mean a lot going for him. We have the stacking, guaranteed additional for 4 turns, so you're pretty much stacking these both, I wouldn't say evenly, but you're stacking both of these up quite a lot in, you know, in 1 turn. Not only that, guard for 4 turns, crit, good support. Yes, time travelers is a little bit dated right now, but even the superclass support is quite nice. And then eventually when time travelers is buffed again, superclass time travelers are going to get a nice set of support from Bardock. Adding the transformation boost was a good addition to this specific condition, because again, Wicked Bloodline is incredibly specific and there just aren't too many Wicked Bloodline enemies in the game. 30% damage reduction to go with the guard. for 4 turns is very nice. And again, on top of that, the stacking, it does beef him out quite a lot. And then if you do lose a bit of HP and things do start to get a bit techie, when you get below that 60% HP threshold, guaranteed grit and a scouter. As I said, this Bardock is doing quite a lot. And again, for a free-to-play unit that doesn't have an easy A right now, looks very, very good. Dokkan have been on good track, on good record when it comes to these free-to-play LR quest units. So hopefully the same could be said eventually when they do eventually get easy A's, which they more than likely will do. I'm expecting good things, Dokkan. Bardock also has an active skill which will cause ultimate damage to the enemy and raises defense by 318% for 1 turn. The conditions can be activated when HP is 60% or less, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. His link skills are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Team Bardock, Prepared for Battle, Saiyan Pride, Shattering the Limit, Legendary Power, some pretty solid links. And he goes on Time Travelers, Goku's Family, Resurrected Warriors, Storied Figures, Low Class Warrior, Team Bardock, Revenge, Super Saiyan's Miraculous Awakening, Pure Saiyan's Bond of Predator Child, Powerful Comeback, and Exploding Rage. Some pretty okay categories. Bardock doesn't really go on some crazy ones, but I mean, you can make do from like Super Saiyan's, Revenge, Miraculous Awakening, Pure Saiyan's now being the biggest one, and he can benefit from a ton of support as well. We are over on Twitter now. We're on the absolute legend that is Truth's Twitter, because he does have DBS Gogeta's new battle motions, which isolated by itself really doesn't mean anything, because we knew Dokkan throughout the year, probably even going into 2026, but they did state before the 10th anniversary, units, characters will have their battle motions updated. Of course, the units that came during the 10th anniversary, and now including the Saiyan Day Kid Goku, the units that were coming first or soon or next even, we're getting their battle motions first and we'll see them first. So this isolated really doesn't mean anything, because we knew units were going to be getting new battle motions, which, by the way, can we just appreciate how nice this DBS Gogeta Super Saiyan version looks, which of course will be applied to all DBS Gogeta units. It doesn't even do too much, but the model looks clean. The way the Super Saiyan aura just kind of explodes upward, almost like you just drop Mentos in Coke, and the way he just stands there and just generates, just exuberates aura, I think looks so sick. So for those of you who haven't seen them, here they are. There is DBS Gogeta Blues, very reminiscent of the Year 7 Easy A Blues once they transform into blue. Got the iconic pose from DBS Broly as well, but just looks very nice with the blue aura as well. I do like these battle motions a lot. But as I said, isolated really doesn't mean anything, because we knew they were getting battle updated motions anyway. We just don't know who was getting those, when and where, and who was coming next. However, this could either be one big coincidence, or this may mean something. So now we're over on Luca Dokkan's Twitter, and I will leave the links down in the description. And there is 2 trailers, not 1, but 2. He states the same thing here, which is why I'm mentioning this in this video. So we have 2 Gogeta Blue ads plus battle motions. Now this could mean absolutely nothing, so I'd take this with the biggest pinch of salt. I would take a lot of sodium for this, because it could mean absolutely nothing, because again, isolated, we knew that characters, that units will be getting updated battle motions throughout the year anyway, in no particular order. However, the last unit to get theirs, which was added during the 10th anniversary, was the most recent Dokkan Fest coming after the 10th anniversary, which was Saiyan Day Kid Goku, so that was no coincidence. However, as I said, if this was isolated and Gogeta just got his battle motions and that was it, wouldn't look into this too much. But now for some specific reason, again, maybe, remember that pinch of salt, remember that sodium, for some reason we have not 1, but 2 very specific hyper-focused trailers on DBS Gogeta. Not any other character, any other unit included in these trailers, just him. Aside from him throwing hands with Broly, but, you know, canon, am I right? But that is literally the only thing in these trailers. It's focused on DBS Gogeta units, which again, if these trailers were dropped by themselves and nothing else in them, Again, I wouldn't be looking into this too much. Your boy wouldn't be deep in this, nor would other people on the timeline. But not only has DBS GOGETA got updated battle motions, which by itself, as I said, fine, we knew that was coming. But there are also 2 brand new Dokkan battle trailers, which for some reason are specifically just around DBS GOGETA. And only DBS GOGETA. And no one seems to know why. Now, because he's the most recent character to receive updated battle motions on all of his units, maybe that's why there are specific trailers on DBS GOGETA. That could be the simple reason, which is why I say take the largest pinch of salt for these Dokkan battle ads. Okay? And then here is the second one, which is essentially just the same. They're all around 9th anniversary Carnival LR DBS GOGETA. But again, these could be advertisements purely because he's the most recent character to receive battle motion updates. But then Dokkan never does anything without reason. So maybe the reason why not only has Gogeta already got his updated battle motions, but then 2 whole trailers around the boy, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve them, but 2 whole trailers literally dedicated to him. Could we maybe see a new DBS Gogeta this year? Could we maybe be seeing one soon? Could we maybe see a DBS Gogeta and Broly for Golden Week? Could we finally get a new standalone Gogeta Blue, which by the way we do not have, and a standalone Full Power Broly, which we also do not have, for Golden Week? Now again, as I said, take this with the largest pinch of salt, because it could just be an advertisement for the game, because this character got his brand new battle motions, and that is literally about it. Or it could be something a bit deeper and Gogeta's got battle motions, Gogeta gets a trailer, because maybe at some point during this year, maybe not for Golden Week specifically, but maybe at some point during this year, DBS Gogeta will be getting a new unit, which I don't think anyone could complain about. The highly likely celebrations I could see is Golden Week, but then maybe Dokkan wants to save them for an LR, then we're looking at worldwide. So it really could mean absolutely nothing, which is why I say take the largest pinch of salt with this. Or maybe at some point or another, we will be getting a new DBS Gogeta, or maybe even sooner rather than later. But it's all speculation. It could mean nothing. If Broly ends up getting new battle motions soon, then 100% we are getting a Gogeta and Broly at some point during this year, or sooner rather than later. It's probably going to happen. Especially if they give Broly some trailers as well with those battle motions. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're grinding World Tournament, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.